What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol ROOT for Root Inc. On the left-hand side, we're looking at the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, we have the 30-minute intraday time frame. First thing I want to do is just walk through the scenario of what unfolded this morning. If you watched the prior video on this ticker, you'll know that we had a framework in place to essentially trade this. We were saying that on the case of a gap up, we're going to mark off the overnight high, and we're also going to pay attention to where the stock actually opens, and from those two levels, we have a setup in play. If you look over now at the, let's actually just do it on the 30-minute chart here. You'll notice that the overnight high is here at 865 and the open was here. As you know, according to our rules, if we fail to take out the overnight high on the initial drive higher and trade back down through the open, we're looking for a short-sided trade. And again, you'll notice here that this upper wick did fall short of meeting the overnight high, so we had essentially a short signal entry. Again, can you even do that on something like Root here? Hard to borrow. You're not going to do it with shares, but in terms of trading the options on it, the put volume was okay, so you could have done it via puts. Back over to the chart, as we know, the first target is the gap fill area, in this case down here at $6.56. And what happened here on the short signal? Well, we certainly went exactly to where we anticipated sellers should have taken it. So that's first things first, right? We needed to get that out of the way to just understand what's happened here, why it was a gap and trap. Now that that's out of the way, what are we going to do about this one going forward, right? So for now, incredibly weak close, right? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that we closed here. It's not even worth taking out the 38.2 fib and seeing where that's at. I would argue it's probably somewhere in here just below 7 the whole dollar. You know, we closed weaker than that. There was, of course, a huge amount of volume on today's activity. So it seems like people were running for the doors, sort of taking profits on the massive gap up, and they really don't have conviction to hold this much higher than 8, it seemingly seems, right? So all things considered, I wouldn't be hunting for new longs here until the dust settles. Maybe if we come down into 6 the whole dollar, this prior breakout area from in here, if we start to form, reversal candles, something like a hammer, something like an indecision doji, basically anything that would make you question, is this pullback coming to an end? Can we flip long over the highs and then get back into some of these targets? Maybe that would be the first place to look out for it. But really, if we trade under 6, I would argue we probably retest the floor here at $5.21. If there is some reversal, right? And this is very speculative here. I'm not encouraging anyone to go long without any signs of confirmation. But if there is a reversal, what should some upside levels be? Let me actually fix this on the 30. And what we'll do is just point out that this main structure here right above our prior breakout point from here. So if I draw in a horizontal level, you can see that 666 down to about 656 should just be treated as a zone of resistance, simply because we had prior support, then offer resistance here into the last couple of hours of the day. So treat this as a zone, and even if that does break, we still have 7 right overhead. So maybe it's just time to look for other trade opportunities instead of Root. If it does squeeze again, I would be very not willing to go long just on the fluke that it's squeezing, right? You really need some sort of market structure, for me at least, to get excited about a trade. So those are my thoughts here on Root. Again, just not something that I would be wanting to get involved in at this point in time. You know the levels I'm watching. If you enjoyed the video or learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.